2. In video 2, we will discuss finding angles of regular polygon. Okay, so how do we go about doing that? So first, we need to discuss these formulas. You see 4 formula right now on your paper. On the left side, we will have formula for the sum. So if you're looking for sum of the interior angles, we will have to use this formula right here. If you're looking for the sum of the exterior angle, we'll use this formula. Well, it always will be 360. So really, the sum of the interior is what we're going to have to do the work. If they ask you for the sum of the exterior, it'll always be 360. On the right-hand side, one interior. Now we didn't, it's not sum. These are more like straightforward. Like now you're doing one interior angle. We will use the formula right here. One exterior angle, you use this formula right here. These formulas, I believe, they're not given on your formula chart. So no worries, you can always Google these formulas. All right, let's put that into work. How do we go about doing it? We got this. It depends on the question. If you read this question, right? This question specifically say, find, what are we finding? It says find the sum of the measurement of the interior angles. Sum of the measurement of the interior angle. In that case, what are they referring to? Let's identify it. All right, so if I say sum of the interior angle, then you're looking at the top one, sum of the interior angles. And with that, then we have a specific formula for it right here. So we're going to go ahead and use that formula. So the formula goes as follows. Let's write it here. The formula is n minus 2 times 180. All right, now your question is, what is n? What does n represent? N is the number of sides of the polygon. So the polygons can be a triangle polygon. It could be a quadrilateral, 4 sides. It could be a pentagon, which is 5 sides. I always struggle drawing those 5 sides. I don't think this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it may not be the best. So let's go ahead and take right now for number 1 that says 15 gone, right? 15 is a number of sides. So you're going to take the 15 and you're going to plug it in right here for n. So to get the answer here, we will have to do 15 minus the 2 times the 180. All right, so now if I continue my work, because I'm kind of running out of space there, so let me just continue here. So you have 13 times 180. Now use your calculator, right? So if it's your phone, whatever it is, use it. 13 times 180. What do I get when I do that? I get 2340. So the answer for this, I apologize, I don't have that much room here. I'm just going to write it right here. I get 2340. What does this represent? The sum, this is a sum. If you add all the angles, interior angles of that polygon, right, I will have 2,340 degrees. Move to number 2. Number 2, same thing, because they were still doing the sum of interior angles. So the formula was n minus 2 times 180. In this case, we're going to deal with 20 gone, a 20 side polygon. So you take your 20, take away 2 times 180, because I'm plugging 20 for n. All right, so since I'm running out of room, I'm just going to move it right here. So 20 take away 2, you get 18 times 180. Then you use your calculator. I don't know if you're using your phone, whatever it is. 18 times 180. It gives us 3240 degrees. So you're wondering, I forgot to put degrees right here. You're wondering what is the 3,240 means? It means in the polygon that has 20 sides. I don't even know where to start by drawing that. Something, polygon, just a closed shape with 20 sides, right? If you add all the angles, interior angles, you will get 3,240 degrees. Moving on to the next one over here. Number 3, this time we're going to deal with the dedecagon. So that only means 10 side. So the formula is still the same as n. Let's use a different color. Let's go with black. So it says n minus 2 times 180. You take the 10, you plug it in right here. So really, it will be 8 times the 180. What is 8 times 180? Again, you get your calculator, you do 8 times 180. We get 1. I'm running out of room, so I'm just going to put it right here. 1,440 degrees. So that only means if you draw a 10 side polygons, the sum of all the interior angles would be 1,440. Move on to the next one. This one is a 12 side polygon, so I will just have the formula still the same. You take the 12, you plug it in for n. So you should have 12 minus 2 times 180, which is 10 times 180, which is, I don't need a calculator for that, because when you multiply anything by 10, you're just adding the zero. So it'll be 1800 degrees. That covers that question. 1 through 4. Let's move on to now. Let's just step it up a little bit, okay? All right, so with this question here, they would like me to find the measure of each right here, each exterior angle. All right, each exterior angle, it says it right here. Do you need to identify what formula you're going to use? You're using this formula right here. All right, so the question says identify each exterior angle of a 45 degree. All right, so what we're going to do is we need to figure out the number, the side of this angle, right? So I'm gonna write the formula first, which is 360 degrees over n. That's the formula. And I know that it's 45, but then again, they want the side. They want me to name the polygon. So to name the polygon, I need to know the number of sides. And to find the number of sides, we really need to find n, because n is the number of sides. All right, so how do I go about solving for n? You can times both sides by n. That would get rid of the n on this side, and you times n on the other side. Whatever you do on one side must be done on the other side. All right, let's continue to work on the right side. I should have 360 on the left side equals 45n. As you know, we're solving for n. We will have to divide both sides by 45. When you do that, you get the value of n equals 8. All right, when n equals 8, that is named as what's a side? I know 3 side is triangle, 4 side is quadrilaterals, 5 side is a pentagon, 6, don't recall, 7 is an heptagon, 8, I do know what 8 is. 8 is what we call an octagon. Do I expect you to know this stuff? No, you can Google this stuff. All right, let's move on to the next one. The next one here is they would like me, I'm just going to circle what's given to me here. One interior angle of a regular polygon is given to me as 162. Well, one interior angle, they're referring to this right here. All right, one interior angle. So we're going to have to use this formula right there. So let's go down. I already know the formula. I got to memorize for some reason. I don't know, because I'm a math teacher maybe. The formula is n minus 2, 180 over here over n. And they told me that the one interior angle, the degree for that is 162. And here's what they want me to do. Find the number of sides, which is the n. Remember, n stands for number of sides. So we need to solve for n. As discussed earlier in the previous question, you're solving for n, you need to multiply both sides by n. Because if you multiply by n on both sides, on the left side, the n will then be canceled here times n on this side. All right, let's continue the work. On the left hand side, I have my n minus 2, 180 equals, on the right side, I have my 162n. All right, now you can do what we call the distributive property. This is where your algebra skills comes back. You're going to time this by n. You're going to time this by -2. 180 times n is 180n. 180 times -2 is -360 equals 162n. All right, what do we do next? If you recall, back in your algebra skills, if you're solving for n, it's best if you continue taking care of the n value here. So this is positive 180. I can subtract 180 on this side, then go over here and subtract the 180 on this side. I do not do that under the 360 because I'm looking for where there's the same variable. All right, bring this down. You should now have the -360 here. What is 162 minus 180? -18n. All right, what do you think the next move will have to be? Think about it, think about it, think about it. I believe you're going to divide by -18 on both sides. And the n value should be, what is 360 divided by, that would give you a +20. All right, so they want me to name this. No, they don't want me to name it. They just wanted me to find the number of side. Okay, so the number of side for this polygon would be the 20 sides. That's pretty much it. This is how you do this. It comes down to pretty much doing a little bit of algebra work. All right, the next practice is on your own. You got this.